What is up, Lucha Underground fans, live viewers on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, wherever you're watching? I am Coop here to give you this week's episode review of Lucha Underground, Season 3, Episode 6. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this review. And if it's your first time here, please make sure you push that subscribe button. Make sure you push that like button. Help us grow our channel because our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So far, we are doing pretty good. As I make this video right now, we are at 519 subscribers. That's not too bad. We've been doing pretty good on this YouTube channel, and I've been really enjoying doing these reviews for you guys. I know there's a bunch of stuff that is in the works for me right now. I know I have a upcoming stand-up gig on November 4th in Chilliwack. I actually have been asked by somebody on Twitter recently if I could start doing Lucha Underground reviews for him, which he is actually he does a radio show apparently with the local radio station for CBS in Boston. So I'm pretty excited to get that started with Duke Loves Wrestling. Make sure you go check him out on Twitter. Make sure you go subscribe to his podcast. There's all things in the work right now for me, and one thing I really enjoy doing is reviewing and watching Lucha Underground, especially for Canadian like me, that I'm probably Lucha Underground's biggest Canadian fan, man. So thank you, everybody, for all the support, and let's get down to it. This episode started off with El Dragon Azteca Jr. Basically putting on his mask and getting ready for his match against Pentagon Dark. It was a match that he was looking forward to a lot ever since he had his arm broken at Ultima Lucha 2. And it didn't really go that way for him because out of nowhere, Chavo Guerrero attacks him from behind with a chair and basically says, I don't want some punk tried taking my spot after Pentagon Dark tried taking my career. So he starts beating him down with a chair like crazy, as you guys watched. He did like an overhand shove him, bam, bam, bam. Nice camera angles, by the way. I like the fade in from seeing him eyes open to closing his eyes shut. So then he walks away, and even he looked at the poster that El Dragon Azteca Jr. was looking at, saying that because that was his father. And he looked at the poster. He's like, my dad kicked his ass that night, by the way. And so he walks away. Rey Mysterio comes around the corner of the locker. They do a little stare down at each other because Rey Guerrero's like, Rey Mysterio's going, what the hell are you doing here, right? Didn't talk or anything. They just stared at each other down as Rey Mysterio went to go check on Azteca Jr. to get ready for his match. And he's beaten down. So he goes up and makes sure Azteca was all right, and they do this scene where Rey Mysterio thought it was Pentagon Dark, and then you could tell that Azteca was trying to shake his head no. And then he looks back. Obviously, he knows that the next person that must have done it was Chavo Guerrero, and so he goes, Chavo. I know it's not really funny to see somebody get hurt, but when you have Rey Mysterio doing something like that, you got to get a good chuckle out of that. So then they actually go to the temple where they're inside, and Matt Striker and Vampiro doing once again their intro for their wonderful commentary that they do. And new band actually showed up for this season, Slapback. Reminds me of really groovy music, man. That was pretty sweet band that they had there. So hopefully we get to see more of Slapback on the near episodes in the future. This episode started off with a match with tag team match action with Dr. Wagner Jr. and Famous B. Famous B coming out of retirement. I thought he was retired. I guess not anymore now that he has a tag team partner that hopefully he'll get some wins inside the temple. And so those two are inside the ring already. Melissa Santos gives their introduction to them. I'm surprised Famous B did not do his introduction for Dr. Wagner Jr. or himself. It was Melissa Santos that actually did this time. And this part is pretty sweet. Their opponents were Son of Havoc and Mascarilla Sagrada, where they come out in a bike, in a freaking bike. It was awesome to watch that, man. awesome to watch that. So they're coming on a bike together. Mascarilla Sagrada is in the passenger side, and the match, pretty awesome to watch, man. It was going back and forth. Pretty quick match too. Maybe I think it was around 5 minutes or something like that. I don't keep track of time of how long matches are, although I really should if I'm going to do actually these reviews for you guys. Back and forth match where Sagrada was trying to get revenge on Famous B, and remember, Son of Havoc lost to Dr. Wagner Jr. for that $250,000 that Dario Cueto had at Ultima Lucha, so he wanted revenge too. Didn't go their way because the winners of the match were Famous B and Dr. Wagner, where Mascarilla Sagrada took a doctor driver, and basically he's out cold. And Famous B came in and took the pin with his little stethoscope, like, all right, he's dead, but he's all right, kind of thing. So Famous B gets his very first victory inside the temple. Hopefully they're gonna do a future match with those guys again, because poor Mascarilla Sagrada, man, poor him. Then they go to a promo with White Rabbit again. What is this White Rabbit that they're promoting on Lucha Underground? I have no idea what it is. If you guys know, make sure you write in the comments below, because what is this White Rabbit? Is it a wrestler? Is it a trio? I have no idea what this White Rabbit is, but I want to hear from you guys if you guys know. Then they do a little promo with Matt Striker promoting next week's episode of Lucha Underground, where it's going to be a rematch from Ultima Lucha, Prince Puma versus Mil Muertes. A rematch, a classic rivalry renewed once again, thanks to Vampiro. And so Prince Puma wants to try and put his loss against Mil Muertes behind him. So he's looking for redemption against him. That's going to be an exciting match to watch. Really excited to see that. Then they have Jack Evans versus Sexy Star for Gift of the Gods title. This was really awesome to watch. I mean, any match with Lucha Underground is awesome to watch. But this one, Sexy Star had so many offensive moves against Jack Evans. Basically, it was kicking his ass at the very beginning. And it went back and forth, man. You always see Jack Evans doing all these weird flips inside the ring. It was an exciting match to watch. And even Sexy Star had a couple of moves. I had no idea what they were. Jack Evans was in the corner, and she's using her ass as a weapon, man. It's just jumping up, slam, jumping up, slam. Fucking badass. So back and forth match, really high paced. And even Evans was using Sexy Star's mouth as a puppet once, just like it was. I don't know what they were saying, but what a dick he is. Near the end of the match, PJ Black was interfering in the match, trying to get the ref's distraction, while Johnny Mundo was on the outside and speared Sexy Star. So they tried to get the win over that, but Sexy Star, the champion that she is, kicked out at 2. Down comes Aerostar and Drago to even the odds. Basically, Aerostar, Drago and PJ Black, they start fighting. They exit the arena, and then during the scuffle between Aerostar and Johnny Mundo, Phoenix comes out and distracts the referee, while Sexy Star gets a cane, or one of those like bamboo sticks. I don't know what the hell they're called. A brain fart here, man. Either way, she gets that, low blows Jack Evans, and gets the win over Jack Evans. So that's going to be exciting to see that rivalry keep being renewed. Oh, man. Just fantastic match that was. Then they had a promo in Dario Cueto's office where he gets a phone call. By the way, Dario Cueto looks rich as hell. He has all his money in the world. Why is he using an old school telephone with the dials on it? I'm just wondering, does he even have a smartphone with him? Does he even use it? I know he uses Twitter, But what does he use? I mean, does he have his own like personal phone that he uses for Twitter or something like that? I don't know. Why is he still using this old school telephone inside of his office? For all the money that he is, I wonder if he would waste it on something fancy or something like that. But maybe he's old school. I don't know. I want to hear from you guys in the comments below. So he takes a phone call and talks to apparently maybe a doctor at the hospital. As he hangs up the phone, Chavo Guerrero's inside his office, and Dario says, "You're right. Looks like Azteca Jr. can't compete, and he's going to be in there for who knows how long." So he tries to make the main event Pentagon Dark versus Chavo Guerrero. In comes Rey Mysterio, somehow already like listening to their conversation, even with the door closed. I don't know, Dario, you got to get some soundproof walls or something like that so nobody hears you outside your office. With all the stuff that you do inside your office, who knows what people can catch you doing, all right? You already know you have some FBI agents that are keeping an eye on you. So I don't know what the hell you do inside. You could be watching porn for all I care, man. Either way, get some soundproof walls or something so people don't overhear you. So in comes Rey Mysterio, says, "You know what? We have a different main event. It's me against this piece of shit." So those two argue with each other between him and Chavo Guerrero, and Dario, as the crafty bastard he is, decides to he likes this tension, and he decides to make the main event a three-way match between Pentagon Dark, Chavo Guerrero, and Rey Mysterio. So they leave his office, and he goes outside when Pentagon Dark is inside the ring already, and announces that there's going to be a three-way match for the main event instead of their original plans. So fantastic match this was, man. This match had everything that a wrestling fan loves, man. This had aerial attacks by Rey Mysterio. It had technical maneuvers, power moves by Pentagon Dark, and even Chavo Guerrero bringing in a chair in the three-way, because there's no disqualification apparently at a three-way. That makes sense. I mean, like, how could you disqualify one person in a match? In a three-way match, it just I don't know. That just makes sense. That's why it's no DQ in those matches. So it was just a fantastic match to watch, man. Just for any wrestling fan, go watch Lucha Underground if you have not, because these guys wrestled their hearts out every night, every episode that they perform, man. And just it was a fantastic match to watch, and it ended up Pentagon Dark gets the win with a package pile driver. And after the match, Pentagon tries to break Rey's arm, but he is denied, where he does a little head scissors on him. Hurricanrana, I'm not sure which one it was. But either way, Rey Mysterio tries to do an aerial maneuver on Pentagon Dark, but is denied by Chavo Guerrero coming in, hitting him, and getting a chair and basically assaulting Rey Mysterio after the match, and just hitting him over and over again with the chair on his knee, apparently trying to injure him. And basically, and this was even weird, Chavo Guerrero even attacked the ref as the ref tried to stop Chavo from assaulting Rey. He tries to interfere, but gets whacked in the head by Chavo Guerrero with a chair. So obviously, Chavo Guerrero has no friends. Like throughout the whole match, they were chanting Rey Mysterio, Pentagon, but nobody's chanting for Chavo because he has no friends. The only friend he has is a chair and a weapon, whatever he uses. That's his only amigo inside the temple, as what Matt Stryker would say. So that is it for this review of Lucha Underground. Thank you, everybody, for watching this review. I try to make these very simple and short for you guys, just to, hopefully help build my channel, just get to the facts about what happened on Lucha Underground. I don't like talking for about 40 minutes to an hour. I like keeping things nice, short, and simple for you guys. And go check out Vinny Massaro, man. Snoring Elbow on Twitter. I'm repping him every week when I ever do these. Go check out Lucha Underground on the El Rey Network if you're in America. For Canada, go watch on the Fight Network and the Latin Network. Just they do a fantastic job each and every week, man. And thank you guys, everybody, for joining me. Make sure you give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and help me build my channel more. So thank you very much, everybody, and have a great day.